Hello everyone. Wanted to let you guys know that I've been in quarantine for about 3 weeks now and I'm starting to run out of necessary supplies. So I've been forced to get creative and repurpose a few items for different use than they were originally intended. And I'm recording this video for those of you that may be experiencing the same shortage of items, same problem, that maybe you can follow some of my advice and repurpose some of your own items. So here's my advice for getting through the coronavirus quarantine. First item that I ran out of was toothpaste. And now toothpaste is very important, so I had to look around the house and find something else in a tube that had the same consistency and look of toothpaste, and I managed to find this item. Comes in a nice tube. It is about the same look and feel and texture of toothpaste, works just fine. And when it comes to a toothbrush, because that also wore out, I found something similar that looks just like a toothbrush, and that is this brush. It is also a brush, looks like a toothbrush, a little bit larger, but the bristles, I guarantee you, will never ever wear out. Just be careful around your gums because you may have slight bleeding after the first use, so be careful with this item. Next item, and that is shaving and shaving cream. So I ran out of razor blades, I ran out of shaving cream, so I had to get creative. First, I found myself a nice knife. And then, but that knife needs to be sharpened because it needs to be just as sharp as a razor blade, so you sharpen up the knife real good. And then you also need some shaving cream. So I got two specific pieces of advice for shaving cream. First is WD-40. WD-40 will make anything nice and slick, so it'll work just as good as shaving cream. But if you don't have any WD-40, maybe you have some cooking spray. So cooking spray and a nice trusty knife, you'll be able to save just as well as you do with your razor blade and shaving cream. Next, I've been running out of soap. What I decided to use was the nice handy Dawn dish soap. My logic is if they show this on television, where it will clean oil off of those wild animals that got covered in an oil spill, it'll work on me just the same. So I do recommend Dawn dish soap. Next is I ran out of paper towels. So I found another type of paper product that looks just like this. You can see the back of it here. If you need to clean anything that you would normally use a paper towel with, you use this nice, wonderful paper here, nice and soft. It'll clean up your surface very well. It'll take the paint off, take the varnish off, take the stain off, take the wood off, take everything off, so you never have to worry about cleaning that surface ever again. So this paper, you can see the back of that there. Use this for paper towels. Next item, and that is I ran out of paper plates. Now my logic when it comes to paper plates is most of the crumbs just end up on the floor anyway. So, and then you have to vacuum those crumbs up. So I figured I would cut out the middleman. What I have here is this carpet sample. Use this carpet sample instead of your paper plates. You use this when you're done eating. You simply vacuum up all the crumbs the same as you would have to do after the floor anyway. So carpet sample will work great as a replacement for paper plates. So, in terms of food, I started to run out of food, but I've still been managed to go out and hunting. So, I managed to procure a couple of arrowheads. So, we got arrowheads here. Tie this off to a nice handy stick, and you can go hunting. I've been very successful with arrowheads and a nice stick, so you can hunt as much as you desire. Next, my hairdryer managed to break, so I figured this works just as well as any hairdryer. Takes a little bit longer, but it will never run out of power, never run out of batteries, or anything like that. Let's see here, a couple other items. Oh, for cleaning supplies. If you will run out of more cleaning supplies, then I recommend tire foam. If this is good enough to clean all the dirt and crud and all that stuff off of your tires, then guess what? It's good enough for anything around the house and will do just as good. So, tire foam, I highly recommend. Now, let's say you are getting bored at home, kind of getting a little cabin fever, sick of being there and need someone to talk to, then I recommend Alf. You all remember Alf, don't you? Especially the Alf puppet. Now, I'm sure you also remember how obnoxious Alf was. So you spend a couple hours talking with Alf, and then you're going to be very happy to spend a little bit of time by yourself and get away from Alf. So Goodbye, Elf. But maybe you don't really like Elf. Maybe instead you want to talk to the monkey. So you got a monkey here instead who apparently somehow voted. I guess if you live in a state where they don't require IDs to vote, they'll let anyone vote. So you get bored, talk to the monkey as well. And final option for boredom is to have your own personal bartender. Your bartender will make any drinks that you want so that you will definitely not be bored during your COVID-19 quarantine. So, all of those items, I hope that you have found some of them useful when you run out of necessities like paper towels, toothpaste, shaving cream, things like that. Repurpose a few items around the house. You'll be just fine. You'll never have to leave and worry about catching any viruses. Thank you for listening and have a wonderful day.